Crossroads, the sacred meeting point of spirit and destiny. In the journey of spiritual awakening, few symbols carry as much mystery and power as the crossroad. Across time and culture, from ancient traditions to biblical revelation, the crossroads have stood as a sacred place, a threshold between realms where the physical and spiritual worlds intertwine. To understand the crossroads is to understand the intersection of choice, spirit, and destiny. It is where paths converge, where souls pause to discern direction, and where the unseen whispers of wisdom can be heard by those who are still enough to listen. The spiritual meaning of the crossroad. In many spiritual practices, the crossroads is not merely a physical location. It is a spiritual portal. It is where heaven's messages descend and human intentions ascend. Shamans, prophets, mystics, and seekers have long known that such places hum with divine energy, the vibration of decision and transformation. The crossroads represent a spiritual decision point, a sacred pause where the will of man meets the will of the divine. To stand there is to stand between what was and what shall be. The crossroads in the light of the Bible now. Let us explore this mystery through the lens of Scripture. The Bible, as both a spiritual and historical text, reveals divine truths through symbols. Its central figure, the Christ, the Word made flesh, is the embodiment of spirit and truth. He declared that true worship must be done in spirit and in truth. John 4:24. Therefore, to understand the crossroads biblically, one must awaken the spirit of truth within. The psalmist in Psalm 1 gives the formula for this awakening: to root oneself in divine law, to meditate day and night upon truth, until the soul becomes like a tree planted by living waters. Only then can one discern the right path when standing at the spiritual crossroad. Wisdom at the crossroads. King Solomon, in his divine insight, revealed something profound about the spirit of wisdom. In the book of Proverbs 8:1-3, wisdom is described as a living spirit, a voice that calls out from the high places, the city gates, and the crossroads. Wisdom cries out at the gates, at the entrances of the city, at the top of the high places, and where the paths meet. This is no coincidence. Wisdom, the divine intelligence of creation, dwells where choices converge. She waits at the threshold of transition, offering guidance to those who seek understanding. When one stands at a crossroad and calls upon wisdom, one does not summon something new. One awakens what was always there, the ancient intelligence that moves through all creation, waiting patiently for recognition. Crossroads is a place of encounter. Whether you walk in the ways of Christ or honor the ancestral spirits, as in many indigenous practices, all who are spiritually awakened recognize this truth. We are beings in communion with the unseen. The crossroads is where that communion is heightened. There, the veil is thin. The questions of destiny are asked. The answers are whispered, and the soul is refined in its alignment with divine purpose. Standing at your own crossroad. Every soul at some moment must stand still between what has been and what is yet to come. The world may call it confusion or crisis, but the wise recognize it as an invitation. When you find yourself at such a place, do not rush, do not fear. Instead, breathe deeply. Feel the earth beneath your feet and the sky above your head. Know that you are exactly where Spirit intends you to be, for at the crossroad, wisdom waits. She does not speak in thunder, but in the soft murmur of the heart. Listen, and when the silence opens a path before you, walk it with faith, with love, and with the knowing that every step is guided by the eternal presence within you. Invocation at the crossroad. At this sacred meeting of paths, I stand between worlds. I breathe in the silence of creation, I breathe out all that no longer serves my becoming. The earth beneath me holds memory. The sky above me holds possibility. Between them, I am the living bridge, spirit made visible, choice made holy. O wisdom, ancient and eternal, who dwells where paths converge, open the inner eyes of my soul. Let me see the way that leads to light. Let me hear the whisper of truth within the wind. Let my steps align with the rhythm of the divine. May I not fear this stillness, for within it I am found. May I not rush this moment, for within it I am guided. Every path before me is sacred. Every direction leads back to the one. As I choose, I am chosen. As I walk, I awaken. As I stand at this crossroad, I remember, I am the crossroad itself.